Hi, and welcome to the Saturday Night Sleepover podcast. I'm your host, Charli, and I started this podcast because I'm good at two things. One, making friends, and two, telling stories. So you get to participate in that by listening. Welcome to the sleepover. It's Saturday night. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Saturday Night Sleepover. I'm your host, Charli, and today I'm doing something I've never done before and recording in my car on my lunch break. And Kayce's our joy. Yes, so let's do it.
It's very exciting, You got to try new
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, I wanted to we were going to do it tonight, but it's like Colton's birthday weekend and I wanted to like surprise him and get home and be like, "Surprise! What do you want to do now? I don't have to record."
It's going to be perfect. He's going to love it.
Yeah, he's gonna love it. But yesterday was his actual birthday, and we went to a place that's pretty like popular here, but I think it's like uh, other places too. But it like started here. It's called Wright's Barbecue. It was really good.
That does sound good.
And I had Pod Circle last night, so we went to Pod Circle and then we went to Wright's Barbecue after Pod Circle.
That's exciting.
I feel like the last month has been 5 seconds and 3 years. What do you
Yes.
think?
Yes. Yeah. I was like so excited to get stuff done because I wasn't on call for a minute, and then I'm on call again, and I'm like, what did I do? Nothing, I guess.
It
I
went
don't
it went
know.
by so fast.
It was ridiculous. I'm not okay with it. Like, we have
How
a
many clients are you on call for right now?
one.
One.
Yeah, she's doing 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 weeks.
Nice.
I don't even know. Beginning of
Did you
February.
feel refreshed after your break?
Did I what?
Did you get refreshed after your break?
A little bit, yeah. Yeah. Like, stayed up way too late reading books. It was very nice. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, after she has her baby, I'm off call until July. So, much
Oh,
better.
that's good. So you really only had one like birth in the middle of your sabbatical.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I interviewed with her before I announced that I was taking time off, and then announced it, totally forgot that I had talked to her. And then when she was like 24 weeks pregnant, she's like, "We're still on, right?" And I was like, "Yes."
Well, it's
Yes.
good. It's good to stay like even though you wanted a break, it's also good to stay in practice too. So
Yeah, like, it works out, and I like her a lot, and it's her sixth baby. I'm not worried about anything. So, like, it's
yeah.
just fairly chill. And she's in town, so I don't have to drive very far, which is also a positive.
Yay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's good. That sounds like you're in a good spot right now. How
Yes.
are your sabbatical plans going?
They're not. I'm like ignoring life. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I've been like ignoring life since October. So it'll all
Hmm.
catch up to me, I'm sure of it. Like, we
You
have
can't
my
procrastinate. You gotta do it.
I know. But like, I need like brain space to be able to do it, and I don't have brain space, which is a problem. So
What's wrong with your
after
brain space?
I, it's not cooperating.
That's not good.
Yeah. So like, Ruth and I are gonna start getting together and doing like body double study creation stuff, because
Cool.
yeah, because she's doing her IBCLC and all that, and then I need to work on stuff, and we're like, why don't we make each other do it? So yeah.
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 You should probably explain body doubling. I'm not sure
Oh,
everybody knows what it is.
everybody should know what body doubling is. It's the greatest thing on the planet. So body doubling is when you do. It's also called parallel play, if you know what that is. But so it's when two people are doing different tasks in the same room or at the same time. Like, because I body double with my friend over text fairly often. Like, my wayphone and I will be doing stuff, and we'll be checking in every 10 minutes to make sure we're still on track. Or my other best friend's an author, and we do like 30-minute bursts of what we need to do, and then we check in and see how we are and then do it again. But it's just like it keeps you on task because you're doing something while someone else is doing something, and it makes it
Mm-hmm.
easier on your brain. Like it's a pretty big thing for people that have autism and ADHD, and it makes it so
Yeah.
it's like you can do the thing, because a lot of times we don't have the executive function to just do the thing, but if we're doing it with someone
Mm-hmm.
else, we can do the thing. So yeah, like
Nice.
yeah, I'm excited about it.
I like to, I don't know if I like to have a body double, but I like to be a body double.
Being a body
Is
double
that
is fun.
interesting?
I mean, that's very you. That makes perfect sense. Yeah. Like I've done it with my clients a lot too, like sometimes too, where they want to get something done, and so I'll either go and help them, or I'll like sit in the room while they're doing it. That's another thing you can do with body doubling too, is like if you know you have a task that you need to get done and you just have someone in your space, it makes it easier for you to do it even if they're not helping you. So like I've gone over and sat while they did their laundry because they didn't want my help, but they knew if I was there they would do it. So
Hmm.
like things like that
Yeah,
is also
someone to talk to.
exactly makes it go faster.
Which technically you could use this podcast a body double, I guess.
Yeah, you could. I mean, I've used Instagram Lives as a body doubling thing before.
Yeah.
So,
Well, a lot of people talk to me about how like it's their favorite thing to have just like something on in the background.
mhm.
And that's like kind of what I use podcasts for too, is like just to have somebody there while I'm like the one I'm using for it the most right now is like getting up in the morning, because I
Ooh,
can just like scroll on my phone. Like I wake up and I just like scroll on my phone while my brain cells activate. And
yeah,
then at a certain point I'm like, okay, I actually have to get up and do the things that I need to do before I start my day. So then I put on a podcast and it's like there's a person there with me, but there's no person there with me.
yeah. It's really nice. Like different than like watching TV or listening to music, because there's a person on the other end of a podcast, whereas they're not an actor.
And then for some reason, like if I'm if I am alone and I can't fall asleep, I always put on a book and then like put the timer on the book and it just like puts me straight to sleep.
That's a good idea. Hmm.
Because on the Libby app, did you know that there's like a timer thing that you can set it to like turn off in 15 minutes?
Yeah. Like I'm pretty sure you
That's
could
what
do
I
that on
usually
Audible
do.
too.
I don't use Audible that often.
Oh, okay. Like, yeah, timer. Yeah, you can like do it on there too. Cause like that's super cool. I used to do that with well, I do that with Spotify, but I used to do it with the meditation app that I had
Hmm.
was
I
a
think
timer.
it's on there because like a lot of parents use it. Like you can have 15 minutes of audiobook or whatever
Hmm.
if you finish your chores.
Yeah, which super cool. But then all of us adults are like, oh, this is the best thing for me. What do you mean it was
Yeah.
made for parental controls? That's crazy.
I don't know, but I just assume that would be the first thing that people would start using it for.
I mean,
Do
that's
you use
I
it
mean,
with
I've
your
used
kids?
uh not really, but I don't really limit their stuff very much unless it's like they have downtime on their iPads and things like that, but for books I don't really care. But I'm like trying to think now. I mean, probably back in the day I would have when they were little. Huh.
I think it's like I don't know. I just am
Yeah,
going off
I mean,
of
I'm pretty sure
the
my
kids I've
brother does.
lived with before.
I'm like, I'm pretty sure my brother does it, and a lot of people probably do.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have kids. I don't get to have an opinion.
Yeah, lies. You totally do. Yeah, have an opinion, not have kids. We're fine. I mean, you have Doug.
Yeah. Doug's not quite the same though. He's doing good though. And
Good.
it like it's become a thing that like every single time I see a dog on a show, which is a lot because I'm watching Traders right now. Are you watching
No,
Traders?
I'm not, but I hear it's great.
It's lovely. I think you could probably start in season 2. Like you don't need to start in season 1 cuz I started in season 2. I think I watched like the first episode of season 1 and I was like this is too much. I cannot do this. And then season 2 they kind of like got the hang of it.
Okay.
But do you know what it is?
Yes, I do.
It's like a
I think my
bunch
mom
of
is watching it.
B-list celebrities playing mafia on TV.
Yes.
And it's so dramatic and horrible but lovely. Um
Is there a lot of
and
dogs on
so
it?
no, just the host of the show, his name's Alan.
Okay.
His dog is on the show and he's like you know how like on Queer Eye the dog is on the show all the time?
Yes.
It's like that.
Okay, that's awesome.
So, like every time I see the dog on the TV, I'm like, "Doug, come here! I want to snuggle you!" And he comes up and snuggles me.
Okay, that's adorable.
I know. Who would have thought Doug, the crazy dog who just like stands on you all the time, he's like getting old enough that he'll come up and snuggle with me now.
That's freaking amazing.
Yeah, but also so sad.
So sad. Like, he's not young anymore. I mean, he is young, but he's not like young.
Yeah, he's born in 2017, so
That's
that makes
crazy.
him like
7.
8,
8.
right?
He'll be 8 this year. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's crazy, right?
that is crazy.
So. It's weird because he doesn't act like an old dog, but I
No,
guess he is getting older. He's smaller though, so he's probably just like still
he's
a
midlife.
teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not like end of life, midlife is what's happening here.
Yeah, he's 30 years old,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
going out anymore.
About to go to a midlife crisis. Realizes bedtime is at 9 p.m. Yeah.
I just so whenever I was in high school, I used to hang out with this friend all the time and we would always end up in like the most wild um situations. And so like I saw one of those memes that it was like me at 15 years old 30 miles away from home, smoking a cigarette in a basement I had no business being in of a grown person. And I like sent it to my friend that I used to do that with in high school. And she responded and said because she's dating right now and we're both in our 30s and she's like, man, being 20 in your 30s is hard, and I'm like in that same phase right now. It's too much. I'm just tired. And then I was like, maybe we need to make a dating app for people with grown-up jobs that have to be responsible in the morning.
Right? Like, all of these cool events and stuff happen, and not in my town, which doesn't help. They happen at like 10 o'clock at night. 9, 10. Like, that's really late, guys. Like, I want to be in bed reading my book.
What are you doing at 9 or what cool events are happening at 9 and 10? I don't get those ones.
Well, they're mostly at the bars and stuff, but like pub crawls, or not pub crawls, pub
Uh,
quizzes and drag shows and karaoke and like all of these cool things that are happening here. And then like most concerts don't start, like the good part of concerts don't start till 9:30.
yeah,
Like,
you're right about that.
like
Well,
it's kind of lame.
I just went and did Bingo Loco and it started at 6 and it was done by 9:30.
Oh man, see, the warehouse just it was at the warehouse. One of them just did bingo, and I don't think it started till 9. Like,
Do you know about
come
Bingo Loco?
on. Uh-uh.
It's rave bingo. It's not actual bingo.
Oh, okay, that's awesome.
Yeah. So like you get into bingo and there's like this just like light up tube and your bingo card. And you like take breaks to like dance with your friends and like it's rave for a minute and then you like go back and then there's prizes that like if you get a bingo you have to like go on the stage and do something ridiculous for your prize.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was so much fun. And also, like the majority of people, she was like, "How old is everybody here?" And then they went through all the decades, and like mostly everybody was like 20 to 30, or well, 28 to 35.
That sounds about right.
And I was like, "This is the best ever." We were done by like 9 o'clock. We got home, went to bed by 11. That's the best kind of rave.
That is awesome. Like, seriously, who has the time to stay up out of your house till 2 a.m.? Unless they don't have to.
Um, yeah, I don't know who's doing that. Not me.
Maybe we're just too boring.
Maybe.
No,
Yeah,
I don't
I'll
think
have a
that's
party at
true.
my house and stay up till 2 a.m.
See, there it
with
is. I
my,
Yeah, no problem.
but I don't want to go be out in and then not have access to like my food.
That too. My bathroom and my food, and I'm good to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't want to have to fight people in a
And my
line.
dog. I want to hang out with my dog
Yeah,
at 2 in the morning.
yeah. Like, I think more events like this, they need to like figure out event spaces that are more like a home, but also that's just your home. So,
That's actually not a bad idea.
right? Like,
Mm,
here,
How are we
our
gonna do
house is
that?
available. Come play board games and stuff with all of your friends because we have more room than you do. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so like an
And
Airbnb, but
then there's bedrooms up on top that everybody can just go to sleep at.
yeah, so like an Airbnb, but just for parties.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like this.
it's a great idea.
One day when
Let's
I'm
let's
independently
run
wealthy.
away and quit our lives and do it. Or just start a cult.
One day. I don't even like to leave my house to go get groceries.
Fair.
Yeah.
Is it been really cold there?
It is so cold. Oh my God, it is so cold. I
It's
think that's
been
part of the
really
problem.
cold here too. It's not
Yeah.
normally this cold.
It's been barely hitting 20 degrees like for 2
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it is so so cold. And
Well, I'll tell you, it is a little bit different being here and being in the cold because like the houses are not built to have this much cold. Like this
mhm.
it's not, I mean, being under 20 is hard. I've lived in that lifestyle too, but being like 20 to 30 and then like down in the teens at night in the
Uh-huh.
south, it's hard because um like there's no, like your pipes freeze because
Mhm.
there's not enough insulation,
Yeah. Oh, I remember that in
and that
Texas. It was
doesn't
awful.
really happen. That never happened to us in Utah.
No. I live in a trailer and like we have to like be aware of things, but even with how super cold it is, we aren't really worried about our pipes freezing. It's not really a thing.
Yeah,
But in Texas, that was a massive worry all the time.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that is the drawback. Is that if the place is not used to the cold, there's not very much infrastructure for it. But I don't know. Like I was thinking about it, isn't it crazy that like for 2 years we didn't have a heater at our house? We just cut down wood
I
and
mean,
heated our house in Utah.
that's not that unheard of. I mean, my parents do that. Like they
Yeah,
only
but
turn
we
the
had
heater
zero
on.
heater.
Yeah.
It's not that we like it was
It's
broken, it
not
couldn't turn on. And we never were too cold. Like it that's like the best way to get heat. And
yeah.
Colton fixed our heater or our fireplace so at our house now, so it's been on, and I've been so grateful to have the excuse to start a fire.
Yeah. It's a big deal. Like I love having a fire. Nothing heats up a place like a wood burning stove.
I
Nothing.
know. The convenience of heat is nice because you can push a button and it turns on, and there's
Hmm.
no other work related to it, but it's just not as nice.
It's not like
And I don't think there are a lot of people that I don't know, maybe I'm generalizing this, but I don't think that there's a lot of people that have experienced the wood stove as much as like I have, because it's been a part of my life my whole life. And
Yeah,
it's like I can't have a house without a fireplace or a wood stove. But my sister's about to take her fireplace.
weird.
Excuse me. My sister's about to take her fireplace out.
Why?
And I'm like, why? How?
Why? I'm like, if you're replacing it with something like a pellet stove, sure. But if you're just taking it out completely, that seems insane. Like what if the world ends and then you don't have
Well,
electricity and gas? Huh?
it is a gas stove.
Oh, so
It's
then you
not
wouldn't
a
have.
wood stove.
I know, but even then.
But even then, I don't like being fully reliant on electric. My whole house is electric, and we don't have gas at all. And I
Oh
don't like
wow.
being fully reliant on electric, because if the electric goes out, like, and it did go out when we had the hurricane, or the tornado went out for like 3 days,
Yeah.
but then it was back, thankfully.
Yeah, but that means you can't
Um,
even cook.
yeah, but I couldn't even cook, so I was like, we
Can't
gotta
heat
get a
water.
grill. We gotta get something. I mean, we had camp stove, so we could do camp stove.
Yeah, but even then, like if you hadn't had that, you wouldn't have been able to make food. You wouldn't have been able to do anything, which is
Yeah,
insane. Like,
so it's kind of crazy to be like fully reliant on uh electric. But I'm not anymore, because we have a grill now.
okay,
And I guess we have a pizza oven, so I could have used the pizza oven.
you do have okay. That works. You could have just eaten pizza for 3 days. That works.
Oh, you can make more than pizza in a pizza oven.
I know that. Why would you when pizza? I mean, could you make tacos in a pizza oven? Because that would be awesome.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, I don't
It
see why not.
like it would just be like cooking over a fire.
Yeah, I like it. Cool. Pizza and tacos. You're set.
Yeah, we're good. I used to do that all the time whenever I was a kid. I would like figure out ways to cook stuff on our wood stove, because I just wanted to try, because I was like, how cool would it be? Maybe I was a weird kid. I was a
Not
weird kid.
really.
Not maybe.
Well, I mean, like a wood stove, most times that is how they cooked. So why, like back in the day, they didn't have two separate places for this, they had one.
Hmm.
So why wouldn't you use it to cook?
I also really enjoy, that was like my favorite thing when I would go camping for work. I would figure out how like to make fancy meals over the fire.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I that was like the coolest part of camping for work.
Everyone, let's go camping, Charlie. Don't worry, I've got my 5 course meal here.
Truly, I really did.
Of course you did. I'm not
I
surprised.
was like, and I like figured out a way to like make it all fit in a small little tote and everything.
Of course you did. That's amazing. It's
It
like,
was awesome.
it's how it should be.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
I
awesome.
miss camping. It needs to be warm enough to go camping, but also not warm enough for the snakes to come out.
Ooh, yeah.
I would like for the best of both worlds.
Yeah, you get like a week of that.
Yeah. Wait, I gotta pick the week.
Yeah,
I guess I could bundle up, because we have like an enclosed trailer. We would be able to take that out,
yeah,
and I wouldn't have to be in a tent.
that's true. But it's different though, like camping in the cold is different than camping when it's nice outside,
Yeah,
even if you're
that
warm.
is true. There were times that we went camping and it didn't like get above 30 degrees the whole time whenever I lived in Utah and would go camping for work.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm.
And those were very challenging times. I definitely um like brought a tent heater and used it.
You should. That's absurd. Like, I understand people do that for fun, but if you're doing it for work, then it's not for fun. You didn't
Yeah.
choose to be there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I did choose, like, it was kind of like uh a thing you had to sign up for. Not
Mhm.
everybody could go camping.
That's
But
true. But
I
even
liked
then,
it.
it's
It was fun.
like that's still
I
not
did
like
that for like 3 years.
that's true. Like, I don't know. I like camping when it's nice. Like it's kind of cold at night because it's in the mountains. It's where we live,
Hmm.
but it's not horribly hot during the day. But you can like sit out in the sun like a lizard, and
Hmm.
that's what I like.
I like that too.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like in my car right now, because it's probably like 30 degrees outside right now, maybe like closer to 40. But the sun is in the car, and I feel like I'm in a terrarium, and it's lovely.
My husband always hates Blake hates going in his car on like hot days, and you get in the car and it's super super hot, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna die here," and I'm like, "Man, I love this. Like, I wouldn't want to live like this forever, but like getting in a hot car, right, and like right away for that first like minute and a half, you're like, oh, this is."
Or if you go to a restaurant and you pick the spot in the sun, I always do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm cold all the time, and so anything to keep me warm. Blake says I'm like a cat. Like cats follow the sun and lay in it. That's me. Yeah. So
Casey the cat.
pretty much. Yeah. Don't touch me.
Your namesake. It looks like your namesake is gonna go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm not named after the football team.
I thought you were named after the football team.
Baseball team.
Oh, so sorry.
Hey, we went to the playoffs as the baseball team this year, though. That was pretty cool.
Yeah,
No,
it is
I'm
basically your team.
so and my Broncos went to the playoffs for the first time since 2015. So no,
Dang.
my hockey team is not doing well. So we're not going to talk about that one.
Yeah.
We will not be going to the playoffs unless something drastic happens and every other team dies. It's fine. I'm fine.
Okay. What is the season of hockey like? I don't even know when hockey is played.
Preseason starts in September. So
Mhm.
it's there, and preseason is different in hockey than other teams. You have 40 guys on your team
Mhm.
during preseason, and you have two squads. So you have A team and B team, and they get switched up and everything else. You play 8 to 10 games to see which lines you want to keep, and then you keep
Mhm.
20. You keep 20 players, and the season starts in October and runs through until a little after the middle of April. It's 82 games, and then playoffs start after that. The top 16 teams go to the playoffs. And then there's 4 rounds, and each round is best of 7. So if like it's a lot of games, especially if you end up playing all 7. So it's 7 games, and it's every other day is a game for the entirety.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah,
Every other day?
every other day for the entirety of
I feel like
playoffs.
every other sport is like once a week.
Yeah, this is the hardest trophy to get in any sport. Um, every other day, and you play straight through until the middle of July. Like it is
Wow.
insane. The only time you actually get a break is if like you win in your division before the person that you're playing next wins. So then you get a break until their series is over. But for the most part, most people don't get a break. And so
Wow.
you have to win 16 games and then you win the cup. But it's a lot more than 16 games that you play. So yeah, we end up watching hockey in our house from actually, and then you have like off-season hockey from the end of July until the beginning of September. So hockey is on 24 like every month in my house. Yeah.
Do you ever go down and see the games in real life?
Professional ones?
Mhm.
No, not yet. So I don't like Vegas. I don't like
Oh.
um and Utah just got their hockey team this year and
Oh, really?
was on call for most of it, and so we haven't gone yet. But my brother-in-law is my favorite human on the planet because
Really?
oh my, he is so cute. I love this man. So he is a Seattle fan through and through for every sport. So like that is his team, is every team in Seattle is his team. And he just like accepts the Kraken because they're new there and it's exciting. And he has for his job, they have season tickets to the Seahawks. And then he also like has gone to a few Kraken games and I make him take pictures for me. It's hilarious. But we were hanging out with them over Christmas for my family's annual trip, and he was talking to me and Glade because Glade and I are very deep into hockey, and he's like, so are you guys like still really into this? And he ends up talking to us for hours, and he's like, did you know that the Kraken are coming to Utah in April. And we're like, yes, we did. But we're not sure if we're going to be able to go. And he's like, let me see what I can do. And we were like, what? So he texted us a couple weeks ago and he got my entire family, all 14 of us, tickets to the Kraken Utah game in April. The seats are just terrible. We probably won't even be able to see one of the goals. And I don't even care. Like, I would sit on the roof if I could go to a hockey game. Like, so I'll be going to my first official one in April. Glade went to one last year.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. I'm so excited. And like, if my goalie isn't there, I'm going to cry. I don't even need him in net. I just need him to be in the building. And yeah. So,
Why do you like that goalie so much?
he's from Germany and he's so cute. And, uh, like, I don't know. He's just adorable. And he's a cowboy. He's got horses. He, like,
A German cowboy?
German
For some
cowboy.
reason, that those demographics don't mix to me.
He's actually called the German cowboy. It's really funny. His name is Philip Grubauer, but, he runs a well he's one of the main people that helps with a horse rescue in Washington, but I don't know, I really like goalies are like my favorite people to watch in hockey because they're so hilarious and they're alone for 60 minutes of a game, so they're a little bit insane and I love them for it. um and so I have like a whole list of my favorite ones, but he's like at the top. So yeah,
Um,
he's adorable.
I always feel like their knees go in directions that knees are not supposed to go.
It's freaking weird. Like, I think that's the coolest part about watching hockey is just like the ways that a goalie can contort themselves, and you're like, that is a 6'4" man. Like, how? That doesn't make sense for physics. uh, yeah, but it
There needs
does.
to be a physics reason that this is working.
Yeah, like, so yeah, I get to go to a game in April, and I'm super super stoked about it. And then Glade wants to go to Minnesota, so she turns 18 this year, which
She wants. Why does somebody want to go to Minnesota?
okay, so
What
we
is
wanted
there
to
in Minnesota?
go to Broadway for her 18th birthday. Okay. So like I was like,
Mhm.
you need to plan a trip. We're gonna figure this out. But some other things have come up and we have to like pinch pennies pretty hard because I'm hopefully buying my mom's car. Um
Oh,
and
okay.
so yeah, like just want to be able to pay cash for it. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get there, but I don't know if we can also go for a week on Broadway. So I was like, what else would you like to do? We could do Broadway next year. So what else would you like to do? And there is a league, a hockey league in Minnesota that plays in the off season. And it's NHL, AHL, which is like the minors, and
Mhm.
college hockey. Oh, and then the PWHL plays as well, which is the women's. Um, so it's professional and college players that volunteer once a week to go to this college high school rink in Minnesota. It's called Da Beauty League and it's on YouTube and it is freaking hilarious. So they volunteer to go. You get to go to 3 hockey games in one night for $15. Like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, and you can see huge named people that like I would never be able to see in my entire life. Like quite a few of these players go to every single game and everything always, but so she wants to go to that. We're like, we'll go and hang out in Minneapolis and then go to a beauty league game. So you have 2 men's games and then you have a women's game, but they're all huge. Like they even have like fun things that happen, like you can have double points, so you push a little buzzer and your goals count for 2 instead of 1. And
That's
she
cool.
like it honestly, watching it on YouTube is hilarious because the announcers are just absolutely feral. Like they don't have to worry about broadcast limitations on the things that they say. And so they just say ridiculous stuff. Most of the players' names are duct taped to the back of their jerseys. Like there's no money here and it's beautiful. Like as it
Yeah.
should. So that's what she wants to do. We'll probably do that in August, I'm hoping. So
Okay. That's cool.
yeah, that'll be really fun. I'm excited. It's gonna be stupid. I can't wait.
That's awesome.
Yeah. 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 My life is hockey and that's it. And
Hockey
work.
and birth.
Hockey and birth. Exactly. That's all I got.
They both have luges.
I like it. Yeah.
That sounds like a trip that I would never pick to go on, but it sounds like you're so excited to go.
We're pretty excited to go. Like it just seems kind of dumb, which is even better, like because it's not those super planned ridiculous trips that are always the most fun. It's the weird ones that you
Mhm.
enjoy more.
Yeah. Well, I feel like Minnesota is like pushing their tourism dollars right now because I keep seeing it pop up like in the most random places.
Hmm.
Like I'm pretty sure they're gonna do a Love is Blind in Minnesota or something.
I wouldn't put it past them. Yeah,
Well, speaking of which, Love is Blind comes out on Valentine's Day. I just saw the thing for it.
for real.
Yeah, and did you see that AD and Tyler broke up?
Yes. Oh, that show. It's like the only terrible addiction I have. Like, oh, it's so awful.
Well,
And
I'm about to start you on Traders. You need to start Traders.
okay. Well, right now, where have you watched The Pit?
No, I
You're
haven't
more,
watched that
you're
one.
more reality TV though, huh?
I do love Noah Wiley though.
Oh my gosh, okay. This is basically ER, but he's older and bitchier. And he swears, which is very
Oh.
exciting for me. Like,
I mean, if you are a 90's person that is attracted to men and you don't have a massive crush on Noah Wiley, what are you doing with your
what is
life?
the point in living if you do not have a crush on this man? Like, how many of us watched ER just for him? And then how
Yeah,
many of us heard that he
raise
was
his
on
hand.
Librarians and we're like, well, that's my new show. Falling Skies, same thing. He's on Leverage. Oh no, I have to watch it 12 times. No, it was a given.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
Oh man. What a very niche 90's kid thing.
it is. Yeah, so like imagine Noah Wiley with a beard and more hotness.
Hmm.
Yeah. And he's like so good in this show because it's basically ER but now. So it's even better. Which it's a weird way they've set it up though, because the shifts in the ER in this show anyway are 15 hours. So each episode
Hmm.
is 1 hour in this one shift. So this
Oh, it's
entire season,
24.
yeah, this one season is 15 episodes and it's the 15 hours of this ER shift following Noah Wiley. And you're like, oh no, I guess I have to watch all the time. And it's fantastic. Like it's super cool. They've actually like kind of stumped me on some of the medical stuff so far, but which has been really exciting. Actually, Brilliant Minds has done that more than the Pit has, but we started the Pit, and then I was like, Glade, did you ever watch ER? And so now Glade's watching ER with me.
Mm. Colton finished all 10 seasons of ER when he was on his sabbatical. So,
Nice. We're on season what, 4? We're on season 4 now. Yeah, it's very exciting.
mhm.
Benton's son just came home. It's a very big deal.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, Noah Wiley. Yeah. It's like being attracted to
Oh,
Jonathan Taylor
isn't he
Thomas.
in his like prime in season 4?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like,
So,
oh,
but it's like not, I feel like he's always been a TV actor. Like I've never
mhm.
seen that man in a movie.
Not really, no. Has he even been in movies?
I don't know. I feel like you're about to Google it and
I
tell
don't
us
have to
all.
Google it. I have the IMDb app. He was in Donnie Darko.
What?
What? How did I not know this? He was in the movie At the Gates. Dude, he's in a lot of movies.
Really? I'm
Apparently.
shocked. Maybe I've never seen any of them because I actually have not seen Donnie Darko.
I
I know
haven't
I'm
either.
ashamed to my generation.
I haven't either. Like, he's in a lot more TV than he is movies. But, yeah, he's in quite a few movies.
Hmm.
Huh.
That surprises me. Well, you should have a Noah Wiley marathon.
I think so. I think it all just comes down to the fact that there were 10 seasons of ER and we get to
Hmm.
watch a lot versus like just 2 hours, you know? So why
Yeah.
would you just watch a movie when you can watch 18 years? Like, because like Falling Skies has like 7 seasons.
Yeah.
But
I
he's,
never watched that one. I did watch Librarians a little bit, like from here and there. But I feel like Librarians started coming out whenever I was like in studying for college phase of my
oh,
life.
okay.
So I didn't have much time to dedicate to TV at that time.
That makes sense. Yeah. I didn't watch Librarians until after I was married. I think it was after Glade was born. And then he's not in it very much. He's in like the TV movies and the little bit in the first few episodes, but then he went on a different show, and so he just shows up every once in a while.
Hmm.
So yeah. Oh, seriously, that's such a niche thing for people to know. Did you grow up with Noah Wiley? And they're like, yes, and we're like, and now we're friends, right?
What does the name Noah Wiley mean to
What
you?
is the please? What is the first thing you think of when you hear that?
If it's not a crush, I don't know. I don't know about the state of our friendship.
Right? It's a litmus test. This is everything hinges on this exact moment,
Right.
as
That's
it
all.
should be. Yeah, so you should watch it. It's pretty fun. Like it's way more graphic than most medical shows I've ever seen. And I watched
Oh,
Grey's like 6 times. Um
okay.
well and not necessarily graphic, it's an ER, but like there's boobs and penises and it's like what being in an ER is like. So because like they cut clothes off people and yeah, it's pretty crazy. And like
Okay.
you get to see them putting shots in arms and digging around in people's brains. It's pretty crazy.
Ew. I don't think I can handle the brain
It's
part.
not as much brains, but like they're digging around in some places. It's kind of gross. They pull a guy's face forward because his face got uh he was in an accident and it like crushed down, and so they reached in and pulled his face muscle like bones forward. It was crazy. It was the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's making me wish
Well,
I was
I
a
mean,
doctor.
I wonder how they did that with special effects.
Right? Oh, it was crazy. It was weird. Ugh. Like the sound gives you the creeps, but it's a cool show. So if ever you're bored, it comes out every Thursday. I think there's only 4 episodes out.
Yeah, so everything comes out on Thursday right now.
Yeah,
Traders comes out on Thursday too. You're gonna have to start it.
I have to.
It's trashed.
I mean, trash is the best kind of thing, though, right? Because you don't have to think and you don't
No.
really have to pay attention.
And season 3, there's a survivor character named Carolyn, and you're gonna love Carolyn.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
Okay. So, do I start at season 1 or do I just skip to season 2?
I would skip to season 2
Okay. Cool.
so that you can catch up with season 3, because season 3 is um happening right now.
Okay. And this one's on Peacock.
Yeah.
Okay. Done. I have Peacock.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have all of them. So, okay, cool. I will definitely add that to the list. So, yeah, there's I'm not going to be on call. I'm going to need something to do.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, you also need to do your work that you're supposed to be doing.
That won't take up all day.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
And
Um,
I can work while watching it. So,
True. I was just gonna say the drawback of me doing this during my lunch hour is that I only have an hour,
oh,
and we got started a little bit late, so and
yeah.
my phone is like on.
I could just talk while we wait for Charlie to load.